What's up, everybody? I am Destroyar, your coach of the Washington Wake Pokemon Draft League team, and tonight we are in Week 3 of the Intercontinental Draft League, against the Moko Ho-Ohs. This team is undefeated right now because it's still early season, but he's been doing really good. Looking at the teams here, he has Terra Cresselia and Chestnut, which just seem like absolute potential nightmares to take down. Good offense with Iron Valiant, great spinner with Iron Treads. Zapdos is also a big problem for us. He has a couple Rainmons as well, and Kyurem to boot. So, we'll take a look and see what we're going to do to try and counter this team this week. First up, we're bringing Terra Captain, Terra Flying Excadrill. Going with Terra Flying and Terra Blast on this thing, because Chestnut is kind of a wall to Excadrill, but if it's not Terra'd, this should OHKO it with a Terra Blast. I'm also kind of wondering if he might go Terra Fighting on his Cresselia, because that would allow him to hit our Chi-Yu pretty hard. So, by having Terra Flying on here, we potentially can hit both of those Pokemon really hard. We are bringing Screamtail with Terra Water. Terra Water seems like a good defensive typing into most of his team here. Do have to watch out for Zapdos if he brings that, or Chestnut. We're doing kind of a support set here. We have a Flamethrower because we don't really have another way to hit his Iron Treads, and I'm kind of worried that if we don't Terra, we're going to have a problem dealing with his Iron Treads. And yeah, just ultimately want to get some screens up with it to kind of help with our hopeful end game that we'll get to eventually. Next up, we are bringing Chi-Yu. I have an Air Balloon here because until the Air Balloon is popped, this thing has a pretty good matchup versus his Iron Treads. Iron Treads can be faster than Chi-Yu, but it's not going to hit it very hard until Air Balloon is popped. So if he's having to pop our Air Balloon, it'll give us a free chance to get a Flamethrower or some other kind of attack off. Flame Charge is there for a potential speed boost for sweeping opportunities. We're bringing Grafaiai. Switcheroo with Lagging Tail, hoping maybe I can get this onto his Iron Valiant or to his Iron Treads. Encore for Disruption. I'm worried about like Cresselia doing Calm Minds on us. Also have Toxic for Cresselia to help break down his bulky walls here. And we have Sunny Day to help out with getting some extra power to Chi-Yu. It also will activate Photosynthesis defense on Screamtail and will help us with another Mon in our endgame coming up here. But next we have Vikavolt with Sticky Webs, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball. Energy Ball should, I think, 2KO or come close to 2KOing his Iron Treads. It's actually a pretty good defensive matchup for Vikavolt versus Iron Treads unless he brings a Rock Slide or Rock Move on it. Have Thunderbolt instead of Discharge because I need that extra power to increase my chances to OHKO an Iron Valiant. And lastly, we are bringing Shaman Sky with Substitute, Growth, Air Slash, and Seed Flare. Kind of hoping to get Sun Up, be able to use Growth, and Sweep, hopefully. We will need to get rid of his Zapdos before we can do this. Might be able to flinch it or something if we can't get rid of it. Yeah, and Substitute is there for potential Thunder Waves from Cresselia. Yachi Berry is also there because Cresselia can carry Ice Beam, as well as his Iron Treads carrying Ice Spinner, and it should allow Shaman to survive one of those attacks if it gets into one of those matchups. So, that's who we're bringing, and let's get into this fight. What's up, everybody? We're getting into the fight here. His Terra Captains are Chestnut, who he didn't bring. He brought Terra Cresselia. It can be Terra Fighting, Fairy, or Electric. Got his Raincore here too, which is interesting. I did bring some Sun. I think kind of the obvious lead for me is Vikavolt with Webs. And a good counter for him would be his Iron Treads for that. So I think I'm going to come in with Chi-Yu. Hopefully maybe I can scare out a Treads. I have Air Balloon on Chi-Yu for it to be kind of like a one-time sort of counter to Iron Treads. After that, it's gonna have its balloon popped and be able to be killed by Earthquake. Should be able to survive anything else that Treads can throw at us. I could do a Rock Slide, which honestly, if he's Choice Band, that might be trouble for us. But other than a Choice Band Rock move, I think we're okay. Again, assuming that he actually does the Treads lead. Might just start out with his Rain as well. Brings out Cress. I kind of am expecting Cress to be like a Terra Fighting, to be able to hit Chi-Yu. I'm not going to stay in because I don't want to be Terra Fighting, and I also don't want to be paralyzed. So I'm just going to go into Grafai here. I don't think he's going to use a Psychic move on Chi-Yu. Unfortunately knows that I'm Air Balloon now. Does his Terra? Let's see, is he Terra Fighting? Terra Fairy, okay. Okay, and he's got Thunder Wave. Is he going to want to stay in versus us here? Could just go for a Toxic. I could also, kind of expecting him to switch out, go for a Lagging Tail switch. I think that's what I'm going to do here, just go for the switcheroo. Hope we don't get parried. He stays in. Doesn't help us a whole lot there. Goes for a Psychic. Not good for us there. Okay. We can do Scream Tail. We could also go into Vikavolt, get some webs up. Could go back into Chi-Yu. Could go into, I guess Scream Tail would be sort of a safer switch in here. Really wasn't expecting him to stay in with Cress here. Thunder Waves again. Let's set up a light screen, I think. Just because. Okay, he gets out of here. Booster energy on this thing, okay. We are Terra Water. Kind of so we can eat an Iron Head. Let's see, Vikavolt, again, unless this thing has a rock move, is an okay switch in here. We could also just stay in and try and chip this thing a little bit. I'm trying to think, I have Terra Flying on Excadrill, which would be good if we face off against this thing, but I think let's Terra Water on Scream and just hit this thing with a Flamethrower. Get a little bit of chip on this. Goes for a Stealth Rock. Decent little chunk there. I kind of think he switches out maybe into his rain now. I'm going to go hard into Grafai. I do have Sunny Day on. Nope, he didn't switch. Okay. Earthquake. Okay, that's unfortunate. That is going to put an end to our cool sun trick that we were hoping to get off there. I think we bring Chi-Yu back out here. How much will a Dark Pulse do to this thing? So I kind of expect that this would be a good opportunity for him to switch into... so it should do 75 to 80. I think Dark Pulse will kill. This is a good opportunity for him to switch into his rain setter here. So I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse and try and kind of predict that switch. Okay, Politoed comes in. Wow, okay. That thing is AVAF. Shoot, okay. I think we go back to Scream Tail here. We don't want to stay in versus that thing, which we obviously can't finish off with another Dark Pulse. Sinking at Ice Beam as well. Should be bad news for our Cress. Okay, and that's fine. Let's see here. Okay, we have a couple more light screen turns. I think we get a reflect up here. Guessing he goes Cress here. No, Odidari. Okay, so the obvious move is for me to go into Shaman, I'm sorry, to Excadrill, try and catch his electric move here. Which he can hit me with a water weather ball, obviously, there. So I don't want to do that. How much will a weather ball do to... Let's see here, Zapdos. Weather ball. We do have rain. Yeah, so that will kill Excadrill. Okay, we gotta go Wish. Goes for Hurricane. Good ground play there. We are parried. Could go for another. I think we just go for. I think we're gonna go into. I wanted to see what he can do to Vikavolt. Vikavolt should be able to survive one. we only have one more turn of light screen as well. So let's go for another wish here. And we're getting nailed with these paras. That sucks. Okay, the rain stopped. Light screen wore off. I didn't expect him to pivot out here. We can go to Excadrill a bit more safely now. Okay, so I think he stays in. Goes for the Volt Switch. He can Heat Wave us here. Kind of don't think he has Heat Wave though. Do we go to an Earthquake here? Rock Blast, if he stays in, I guess would be good. I kind of think he's going to switch out though. Let's go for a Rapid Spin. Oh, he's going to go into his Fish. Goes into his Fish. Good play. Okay. Should have Earthquaked. I think we just kind of sack Screamtail here. Okay, let's come in with Vikavolt now. And does he just go straight into his tank there? I think we go, let's go for an Energy Ball. I'm going to go for an Energy Ball, see if we can catch him on the switch here. If he stays in, it'll do some damage too. I think we just go ahead and do another one. Hope he didn't bring a rock move. To keep it alive. Okay. We could do a web here. I was thinking Hurricane us and it'll hurt. Or should we try and get some chip on this thing first? This thing is kind of a problem for us. How much will a Hurricane do into Vikavolt? About 60%. We do about 70 into it if it's offensive. Let's go for a Volt Switch here. He misses the Hurricane. Okay, we get some chip on him there. Can we finish him off with like a Chi-Yu? I think we can finish him off with Chi-Yu. What does that do for our positioning though? I think we just go Chi-Yu here. Do a Dark Pulse. Guessing he goes into Crest, maybe? Goes into Polly. I was not AV, he's just super thick. Okay, so you can just go right into Cress. I'm trying to think what would be the best position thing for us to do with Cress out. Kind of trying to save Shaman for the end here. We're getting into kind of a rough spot in the meantime. We could come in with Excadrill and just try and chunk away at it a little bit. I think we just stay in and do some damage here. Flinch, flinch, flinch. Weather ball, okay. Okay, so I think we can come in now with Shaman, because this is really the only thing that outspeeds his Toad here. Kind of guess he just lets this thing go. Let's go for an Air Slash. Zapdos is trouble for us here, obviously. How much will an Air Slash do? 20%. We could try and flinch it. Oh, it's tough, because what else are we going to do? We're in a rough spot here. Let's... how many rain turns do we have left? 2 more rain turns. I think we just have to stay in and try and go for this flinch here. Alright, we just lost. That's cool. Roost. Okay. Okay, well, keep trying to flinch, I guess, if we can hit these Air Slashes. Okay, don't get the flinch. Now we are definitely out of luck. You know, let's get some webs in, because why not, I guess. But at this point, we're just out of luck. He can come in with Cresselia. We're not going to be able to break that thing. Or do I just go Thunderbolt here? Let's just go Thunderbolt here and do some damage. Okay. I think he's gonna Roost here, which doesn't help us that much, but I think we can get a free switch to Excadrill. Maybe get a Rock Blast off or something. It's not looking good at all for us here. At this point, we just gotta try and kill what we can to hopefully save some differential. Well played, he goes for the Heat Wave. So, I think he's faster than us too, most likely. missed the Rock Blast anyways. So, that's it. We're toast. Maybe in case he roosted. No, let's go for a Rock Blast. I think he Heat Waves here. If he misses a Heat Wave, which he doesn't. Yeah, so Vikavolt unfortunately is not going to be able to pull this one out for us. Okay, well, at least we didn't get 6-0'd. We did get 5-0'd, so that sucks. Good games to our opponent, and we'll see you guys next week.